Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Monday Morning Podcast for Monday, August 8th, 2016. Let me move close to the mic there. Try not to have it on my chest so you don't have to listen to me breathing. I know it's been an issue the last couple of podcasts, but like I said, I'm out here on the road, and the little mixer that I use is a piece of shit, and even if I have an adapter, for some reason it seems to blow up. It probably didn't. I probably plugged it into the wall and I fucked up, but who knows? So, I am in, as an American would say, Edinburgh. I don't know how the fuck they say in Scotland. I just did a show, believe it or not, at like 3:45 in the afternoon out here. I have shows at 3:45 and 11:30. I don't know why. I thought it was because I signed on late to the festival. I have no idea. But I got to tell you, man, it was a fucking great time. It was a great time. Look at that. I just got a message here. All right. Let me shut this fucking thing off. All right. So anyway, I just did a show. I got to tell you, I loved it. I'm sitting there the whole time going over there being this cranky fucking, little showgirl, right? I was in Amsterdam last night, which is a great show. So today I'm flying. I land. I get to the fucking hotel. Hotel isn't ready, as always. That's how my travel always gets put together. They never let me sleep that extra hour and a half. They're always like, let's get him up and get him to the next fucking city. God forbid he misses a show. And then I always end up landing before the fucking room's ready. And I know what you're thinking. Well, Bill, why don't you have you or somebody call ahead and ask for an early check-in? I'll tell you why. Because I don't live my life that way. I live my life moment to fucking moment. I try to. Because if I look too far down the road, I have a panic attack and I start getting overwhelmed and depressed and I just start going like, it's just flying by. I'm going to die soon. All right? It's not worth contemplating your own mortality just to get a fucking early check-in. I would rather walk in and then be like, what do you mean the room isn't ready? But I have a show. Right? And throw a big fucking hissy fit. Admit it. That's what everybody wants to see. Yeah, so I had a 3:45 show today, and I absolutely fucking loved it. I went over there, and I'm just thinking like, Jesus Christ, this was going to be a bunch of blue-haired old ladies? Who the fuck has a comedy show at 3:45 in the afternoon? It reminded me of when I was on my way up, and I was paying my dues, and I was humble, and I treated my fellow human beings with respect, as opposed to now. Like, I just ordered room service, and, like, the water wasn't in a glass bottle, and I slapped it down to the ground, and I said, how dare you? I'm from the United States of America, right? No, I didn't do that. Anyways, my humble beginnings, as I was coming up, we used to do these things at colleges, and they were called nooners. I got a nooner at Fuckhead State or whatever, and it was basically, you did stand-up, anywhere from fucking 11 in the morning to like 1 in the afternoon. And you had no idea what the fuck you were going to walk into. I mean, you knew it was most likely going to be one of the most humiliating hours of your life. You knew like 90% chance that most of the people in the cafeteria or in the hallway area or whatever had no idea that there was even going to be a show. Guaranteed that whoever's bringing you up on stage is not in show business, so it's going to be a horrible fucking intro, the whole thing. I remember I used to just go on stage. Right before I would go on stage, I would just look at my watch and I would always think, an hour from now, this is going to be over. No matter how awful this gets, no matter how humiliating this gets, an hour from now, I'm going to be back in the rental car. I'm going to drive away from this school, and I don't have to ever think about this fucking show again. But I will have the money, okay? And whenever they're paying me, they probably shouldn't give me twice that amount because I blew probably at least 3 times that on fucking therapy after going through those things. But that's how I used to always think it. And if you guys think I'm angry and negative now, you should have seen me back then when I didn't even understand. I'm not negative now, but I was way way more angry, and I was really fucking negative. I was always waiting for the other shoe to drop before, I don't know, I read a bunch of fucking books and shit, and I was able to come out of it. And I know I trash a lot of shit here on the podcast, but I like to think that when I give advice, you know, you can hear the twinkle in my eye. You know, it starts to sound like Christmas when I try to help somebody out. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm the same way. But I mean, back then, I wasn't even fucking aware how fucking nuts I was. And I would just go up there, and I was just, I don't know, if somebody said anything, I just tried to chop their fucking head off. And a lot of times they weren't being mean, and I ended up creating the fucking hostile situation between me and the crowd that I didn't want. I wanted it to be an easy gig. So why wouldn't you go up there and smile and be like, hey, it's great to be here, you know, blah, 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 and try to ingratiate yourself to the people. You know why? I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that because when I grew up, I didn't see anybody doing that. All right? There's very few people from where I'm from even fucking have ever used the word ingratiating. I can tell you right now, I have no idea how to spell it. All right, the first letter is either an I or it's an E. Is it ingratiating or I? I'm going to go with I. I'm going to try to spell it right now. Let's see, what do we got here? Come on, Bill. I'm going to close my eyes. I-N-G-R, so it doesn't help out. C-I-A-T-I-N-G. Come on, one time. One time, get it right. Oh, fuck you. It's I-N-G-R-A-T-I-A-T-I-N-G. I missed one letter. Do you know what I mean? It's like being off a degree in the space shuttle. The next thing you know, you're on fucking Mars. You know, and you were trying to go to, I don't know, Jupiter? We'll go with Jupiter. Let me go back here. So, anyways, I was sitting backstage waiting to go on, and not only was the show was fucking tremendous. And I was like, why the fuck did I think that was going to stink? This is why, because the last time I did shit like that, nobody knew who the fuck I was. No one knew there was a comedy show. This shit, I went there, was people that listened to the podcast. They wanted to go there, and they knew it was a show. So now I'm like, holy fuck. I want to do fucking 3:45 in the afternoon shows from now on. Fuck this 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night shit. Dude, if I could have my day over, that would be the greatest thing ever. I want to become the 11 a.m. comedian. Be like back in the day. I'll become a morning person again. Well, who's kidding who? With all my fucking demons, I can't sleep more than 4 hours a night anyways. My wife says I always have a fucking look on my face of worry or I'm thrashing about. I'm a fucking mess. She goes, the only time you fucking sleep peacefully is when you get fucking drunk. But then I snore. I mean, as I've told you before, like I'm a fucking... My wife's a saint putting up with me. So anyways, I would fucking love to do that. You know, if I had like a show Friday night and a show Saturday night, if I could move them up to like 4 in the afternoon, right? Even if I did a 2-hour show, I would be done at 6 o'clock at night. Fucking rap. And then at that point, I can go to a ball game. I can go see all the shit that I miss. That would be perfect. But it'd suck for whoever's coming out to see me because they'd have to leave work early. Maybe the Saturday night show. I don't know. Probably wouldn't work. People are too used to the other way. But I have to tell you, like, if I didn't have this 11:30 show to do right now, like the level of excited, I feel like, you know what I feel like right now? I feel like I got a day off from school. You know, when you were a kid. Except I got that other one hanging over my head at 11:30. Oh, God, it was great. The people were fucking sober. It was tremendous. I know a number of comics that do, like, there's a few comics who work totally clean, and they do, like, afternoon shows. And I've always pictured it being like, oh, God, you must, I mean, it's the afternoon, the sun's out. You must have to be, like, beyond clean and wholesome. And I got to tell you, I just did my fucking act. You know? As hard as I would have done it at night, and it worked fine. So, I don't know. I might have accidentally stumbled onto something.